Hey guys, how's it going? It's Orit here. Let's talk about the signs to know whether or not you're on the right path. Now, I decided to do a Mind Thrive video on this topic, signs to know whether you're on the right path, just because it is so easy when you're going after something you want, when you're trying to build something, create something, whether that's a business or a career or a project or anything like that at all, there will be ups and downs. You will come to those pitfalls and those feelings in your stomach of whether or not you should continue doing this. And so I put a list together of 5 things that I personally experience, but also things that I've noticed other people go through as well. But you know what? These signs are ones that will let you know that you are on the right path and that you should not give up. So sign number 1, when you can't imagine doing anything else, or when you do think about doing other things, or maybe I should do this instead, or maybe I should be this, you just instantly feel this thing in your body that is like, not for me. I don't want to. And you know what? I was watching an interview the other day. It was of Barbara Streisand, and she said that, you know, if you question yourself, if you question yourself of whether or not you should be an entrepreneur, be a singer, be a performer, be whatever it is that you're working towards, if you question that, then you shouldn't even be doing that at all, because I mean, that's her extreme opinion. I mean, I question things a lot, but you know, I guess what she meant was that if you even have that doubt in your mind, if you question whether or not you should be doing that, then you shouldn't be doing it at all, because it just needs to feel like you can't imagine yourself doing anything else other than this right now, right here. Sign number 2. You're constantly feeling these emotions of inadequacy. Now, this might not sound like a good thing. You know, you're always trying to combat these feelings of whether or not you're good enough at whatever it is that you're working towards, your career, this project, whatever you're trying to build. It's not a fun thing to feel, but it's a confirmation that you are pushing through, that you're still pushing through working on this thing, and you're still forcing yourself to go after what you're wanting, what you want to do, no matter how intimidating or no matter how challenging it may be. Constantly feeling these emotions of inadequacy is also a sign that this means a lot to you. And you know, it means so much to you that you're always going through these emotions, but you're still pushing past them. Sign number 3. You're constantly feeling this mesh of fear and excitement rolled into one. So oftentimes you might feel like you're terrified of doing something, but at the same time you're excited to go through it. This can be because, you know, you're constantly feeling nervous of putting yourself in situations that are new, things that you've never done before. And that's totally a natural thing. In fact, Mel Robbins, and you might have seen this from one of Jules' other videos on the 5-second rule, Mel Robbins says that fear is the same thing as excitement. You just have to program your mind to turn that fear into a positive form, which is excitement, and work with it and just focus on that excitement. So although you feel comfortable, you feel nervous, you feel scared, forcing yourself to step out of your comfort zone is actually, it's a good sign, because it's proving to yourself that you're working on these steps that are involved in your career, whatever it is that you're working towards. You're exploring things outside of what you normally experience. And that, in fact, is, you know, that is what we do when we're trying to achieve something. We feel like we aren't where we want to be right now. So we have to do something new. We have to do something different. We have to experience change in order to step into that person that we want to be. Sign number 4, when you feel more joy and happiness. You know, before I started, or before I made the decision to pursue a career in music, I didn't know this at the time. So I was going to school, I was going to university, and I didn't know this at the time until after I made that decision. So before, everything just felt routine, blah, safe. After I made that decision and after things started to happen, like I started to record my first album and perform and all this kind of stuff, I realized that for the first time, I felt really, really happy, and I never knew what that felt like. I think for the first time, I actually cried tears of joy, and I remember on my 26th birthday, I had just come back from performing across Canada on tour, and I got home and I sat in my car, and I couldn't believe what had just happened. I was reminiscing about, the past 10 days, because we hit up 14 cities in 10 days. We hit up 12 cities in 14 days. So it was like, go, 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 go. And I was just sort of sitting in my car catching up on these memories because everything went by so fast. And I started to have tears in my eyes because I just was hit by this overwhelming feeling of joy and happiness. And it was surprising to me at the same time that it made me cry even more. So I don't know if you've ever felt that before, but if you have felt this overwhelming sense of joy and happiness, then you definitely know that you're on the right path. And the last sign here for you guys, tip number 5, is that you constantly feel grateful. You know that you have a long way to go, but you're just so blessed to be where you're at right now, despite these feelings of inadequacy, despite the obstacles that might come your way that you have to overcome, despite the stress and all of that kind of stuff. You are just so grateful to be where you are right now. And you realize that life has to be lived right now. Life is about living right now, not in the past and not in the future. And so when you start to think about what you're doing right now, you're so thankful for your health. You're so thankful for meeting that person. You're so thankful for having the ability to reach thousands of people with social media online and talk to them about what you're doing. There's so many things that you find gratitude in. So guys, those are the 5 signs to know that you are on the right path. There are probably lots of other signs that you're experiencing as well. Please share them with everybody in the comments down below this video. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more good stuff coming your way. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Back from the dead.